Welcome to Mid Lane Madness, where we are putting every champion in League of Legends to the test in the mid lane. From Aatrox to Zyra, we're going to see if they have what it takes to dominate the mid lane. At the end of the video, we'll give the champion a letter grade from F being the worst to S being the best mid laner. Disclaimer: I'm not a professional League player, nor do I claim to be. Most of these champions will be relatively new to me in the mid lane. My letter grades are not to be taken as fact, but merely my humble opinion. Thank you and enjoy the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mid Lane Madness. Today we have Caitlyn on the agenda, and this is a game that's kind of interesting. I was recording, but the Syndra that I was playing against actually DC'd at the beginning. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to stop the recording because this obviously can't be a video if I don't have a laner. But then I asked, and they said she was just relogging, so she does come back. So I was like, okay, we can still play it out. But yeah, for our runes, we took Dark Harvest, Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collection, Ultimate Hunter, Mana Flow, and Transcendence. For the build path, this is more of like a lethality build. It does have some attack speed mixed in, like you go the attack speed boots. But for the most part, it's going to be lethality and just damage building. So we started with a tier this game. Oh, we actually did. We actually started with the coal. We get a tier on our first base, but the coal is the first item, and then that just helps you kind of get some money to kind of scale up and be useful in the mid to late game easier and quicker. But yeah, so we went Manamune first item, and then you go into a Duskblade usually. It just really depends on what you want to do. I highly recommend, if you're going to play this in the mid lane, I think the lethality build is the best build to go. Because you play more, and there's the Syndra coming back. But there's more, what am I trying to say? You play more like a mage, kind of, because you're really relying on your Q and your E snare, your W snare. You're not really getting up and autoing a ton. So, yeah, it's really good into a lot of the champs that don't just burst you down. We see Viego's fighting the right side. There's not much we can do to help, in all honesty. Syndra is back, though, so that is the good news. But yeah, we'll kind of just hit the highlights, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts on this pick in the mid lane. Here we are, and you know, since Syndra did DC, it's kind of like she's just going to try and farm and get ahead, or try and catch back up. So we got to use this chance to kind of snowball our other lanes and try and get as far ahead as we can. We see that the bot lane here is actually very, very weak. So we rotate down. We have our R available, and we know that. So we're just rotating down to see if we can get anything here. And we actually pull our R on the Lux and able to take her out. The Viego helped us slow him down with, he used the oops, my finger slipped. Whatever that dash was, I don't even know, to hit and do some damage. So very good for us there. And we just head back to lane. We've got a kill now. We're 1-0. We've got our tier starting to stack. Caitlyn stacks your tier very, very slowly. So you just need to recognize that. That's why it's important to go the tier early and get the Manamune first, because once you get your Manamune built, you actually stack it up faster. So just keep that in mind. Caitlyn is a very slow stacker, because really all you're doing is stacking with your Q. It's the only thing that really procs it. I mean, your W and your E do, but it just, you don't use that very often in lane, only when you're fighting. So just keep that in mind. So here we see Viego rotating up to kind of help us out here. Syndra is so low that she's kind of, and we actually almost kill her there, but she's actually kind of not playing very well, because she really needs to focus on farming, not trying to harass us. The Viego goes in there. He does get the Syndra, but then Rek'Sai is able to take him down, so it's okay, but Syndra isn't worth that much gold, so it is what it is. We're about 11 and a half minutes into the game here. We're feeling okay. We've got our coal. We only got 8 minions, 7 minions left on our coal. trying to finish that out. We're about a third of the way stacking our tier. So we have Viego here. He drops the Herald. We're just trying to, again, put off damage on this Syndra. We are able to get a Dark Harvest stack on her. She's pretty weak at this point. We know we can get her. So we just take our R and finish her off with that. Aurelia is here. I thought she was going to jump on me, but she actually jumps on the Viego because he was weaker. So we just use this opportunity to get out. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do. Our mana's pretty low. We don't have a ton of attack speed. So, but yeah, we're very close to our mana mune at this point. And yeah, then we'll be able to stack up our tier a lot faster. It just makes it a lot easier in the long run to get where we need to be. So we do have our mana mune now at 12 minutes, 30 seconds. And start building more longswords to get some more damage. And we also have our Berserker's Greaves. So good overall base for us there. So overall, our team's actually losing pretty bad here. It's 5-13. Aurelia's 5-0. Rek'Sai's 6-0. So we're able to take this. And I don't really know why she stepped up like she did. And then she flashed after my auto went off. It was a headshot auto, so it just takes her out. She definitely should not have stepped that far up. Caitlyn has one of the farthest ranges in the game, especially auto attack range. So you never really want to step up on a Caitlyn if you're that low. But we're able to take out the turret and kind of give ourselves a nice little lead here. We're going to look bot just to see if there's anything we can really do. We have our R available, but if they don't really get weak enough, we can't use it for much. So we are able to take out Deluxe. I was a little scared Rek'Sai would try and jump in front of it, but Rek'Sai was a little distracted, so we were able to take the... We get both of those kills, actually. We were able to take out the Lux with the R, and then the whole team collapsed on the Rek'Sai, and we were able to take Rek'Sai out as well. So we're sitting pretty good. We're at 5-0. And at this point, we have more damage than most of their team, except for like the Rek'Sai and the Aurelia, because they're fed and their champs are actually a little bit stronger than this pick. So, but we're not too scared. They don't have any tanks, so we'll definitely be able to do a lot of damage to them. Aurelia is probably their tankiest person. So at this point, we have our Dust Blade. We're getting more lethality. And probably go into Collector, I believe, is what I went third. But we almost have a fully stacked mana mune, and we have our Dust Blade. So we got a lot of damage if we can get to the team. If we can get to them and not get bursted down, we got a lot of damage. So here Lux and Ashe definitely push up a little too far. So we know me and Viego are able to finish this off. I just want to help him. I don't want to steal the kills, so want to get him some kills too because he needs it. He's sitting at 2 and 4, so we need to get him fed as well because it's hard to carry with this pick because you're not just throwing out all kinds of auto attacks like on your ADC build. So yeah, we reset here, 6 and 2. Feeling pretty good about it. We got our Collector. We'll get back out on the map. So the enemy team just got Baron. And Ashe sees us there, so what we're trying to do here is rotate down and see if we can catch Ashe out, and try and get a pick on the Ashe. She is in this bush. I don't know what happened here. She doesn't react. I don't know if she DC'd or what, but it's not really, not really sure. Maybe she just wasn't paying attention. She dropped her keyboard or something, or mouse. I have no idea, but we're able to take her down. And yeah, we see the Aurelia. We don't want to fight the Aurelia. She's a little scary. She's 13 and 0, so a little scary, Unless we can lock her down with CC, she's pretty much unkillable at this point. So we have 3 people here. Oh, the Aurelia is looking for us, but we're able to stop it with the E. We're able to get ourselves some spacing. Not really sure what the Syndra is doing once again. I don't know why she's doing that. We're able to hit her with a long range Q. And actually that's a huge interaction for us. So what happened there? Here, I'll show it again just so you can see. This was totally not like planned or anything, but with Dustblade, you become untargetable for a few seconds after you kill someone. So we're able to kill the Syndra, and then the Lux ult is not able to hit us because we're in our Dustblade. So cool interaction there. That's why I like Caitlyn or Dustblade on Caitlyn a lot of times, is because right after you get a kill, you're gonna try and get bursted down, and you become untargetable. So really good, really good. So Lux is here Lux and Ashe are here trying to push in our base. I'm just doing what I can to try and defend against it. Luckily she misses her E, which is good for us. Ashe takes a turret shot. We're nowhere able to get the Lux here. And from about 40% health, we're able to execute her with our R. So that's another reason Dustblade is good, is it adds execute damage. So really, really, really neat there. They're waiting for us, but it's just kind of a tough situation to be in here. We want to rotate and help this. Aurelia actually gets locked down into an MF ult. So that's our way to stop Aurelia, is get her shut down in an MF ult. And if we can do that, we can win the game, because the Rek'Sai I'm not too scared about, but the Aurelia, I'm pretty scared. So we're able to get an inhib here. And you don't want to overextend and end up getting aced and losing the game over it. So we're trying to be smart here, set up some traps, head back into our side of the jungle, and yeah, try and play the long game to end the game here. We're able to, the Rek'Sai takes like no damage for some reason. I guess it's the Death Dance, but we are able to finish him off with a headshot there from about half health. It almost seemed like we got the headshot Dark Harvest combo, and it did a ton of damage. So really, really, really strong. We're 10-2 at this point. 650 gold shutdown. We got to play smart so we don't give that shutdown. So I reset here to go defend against this Aurelia, because she's kind of scary. If she gets her passive fully stacked, she absolutely melts turrets. So we're just trying to go back to stop that. And trying to auto her down here. Viego gets some good damage off. We're actually melting her. This is a neat little trick. Place a W trap right on her and then just auto her and it takes her out. It's really good against people with GA or Zanyas or something. You can just trap them right where they're at and finish them off, because your W does so much damage. Your trap does so much damage if they get stuck into it. So just something to keep in mind. Viego takes the freaking Hex Gate and he's just like, I'm gonna kill them all real quick. Right in enemy territory. We use our R. Our R does like 70% of her health there. So our R is actually super strong at this point. We're not really worried about anything at this point. We're 11-2. None of them are tanky, so we're gonna be able to do a ton of damage. The only two that have even remotely any tankiness is Aurelia and Rek'Sai, and they're really just bruisers. Really just bruisers, so nothing too worrisome to deal with. But yeah, we end the game here. There's not really anything they can do, in all honesty. If we stay back and keep out of the fight, like Aurelia just goes in on like the Mundo, and there's really, I mean, even if they kill the Mundo, they use everything to kill the Mundo, so we just use all of our abilities to kill them. So it's really not too bad. We're able to hit the Ashe with a Q here, and then an R executes her from about half health. And that should be the game. And that is really how you play Caitlyn mid. It's a decent pick overall. They're definitely not going to carry. It took me several games to get a good game for you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's not the #1 best pick ever. But I would honestly say if you can get a good early lead and kind of just snowball it, it's probably a B pick if you pick the lethality damage build. Add a little bit of attack speed in, like the berserkers, and maybe one attack speed item. But you don't have to go crazy. Mix some crit in there as well, and you'll have a good time. It's a B pick, and yeah, that's the Caitlyn mid installment of Mid Lane Madness. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.